Welcome in this morning. Somehow it's before noon on a Thursday, and BENz and I are getting fired up to fire away on a best ball draft. So we're excited about that. And it's a part of the 2025 Best Ball Draft Odyssey, as well as sponsored by the Jersey Crew podcast, of course, with your two hosts here. So we're here and we're ready to get after it. How you doing, Ben? How's everything going over there?
Great. It's the summer. It's the morning, like you said. This is a first for us. So bright and early. I mean, it's not that early, but got the coffee, got the everything fired up here, got the whole setup. So excited to do this new venture too.
True. Yeah. I mean, this is new. Yeah, this is something that I was doing this year to kind of motivate me to draft a little bit more. I finally got a bunch of bulk drafting in of the last 3 days or so, which was a lot of fun. And it's just like getting closer to the season where it's like more information is available. Preseason is about to start. I think we got some preseason games today. And if I read correctly, Justin Fields is playing in his. So
Right.
You got starters playing now in preseason. Yeah. So it's getting a little closer. We're still about a month away, a little bit less than a month. But the first time we spoke was June 11th, which was about 2 months ago.
Wow.
So what have you been doing the last 2 months and on the football front and the fantasy football front?
Just keeping an eye on things, really. And some other things have taken over. So I'm trying to keep up on my podcast. The podcasts are getting to be every day now, which is great. Right. I used to have to wait for Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever it was. So that's great. Got my draft kit going and just making little edits as I go. Right. Nothing crazy, because I always get to the draft and I don't end up using all like the notes that I make and everything. So I'm just doing little marks here and there, watching players or totally counting players out, teams that I'm counting out. I think I mentioned to you, I actually have more players this year that I want to avoid than I've ever had before. So I'm taking a little bit of like a more negative, approach in that way to try to avoid and not fall into some of the pitfalls that I would have fallen into in the past. That's the goal here. I won the championship. Now, how do I not, make some easy mistakes? So that's where I've been at. But now where I'm at is like totally focused as we hit August. August is the real deal, so.
Are you going to take hard stances? So like when you say I'm avoiding this player, will you leave it? Will you be able to change your mind if you want to, or are you going to keep that avoidance on that one player?
I think it's a great question. I think the idea is I'm avoiding them in a certain round.
Okay.
If they happen to fall, and like we always say, there are always some surprises in our Jersey Crew draft. And if they happen to fall, I'll absolutely take them. It's more like, and this is some of the best advice that I've learned over the years, just, wait, if they're not a value, stay away.
Yeah. Do you know who you're picking number one in the Jersey Crew draft?
I do. Yeah, I do. The only thing that would, nothing's going to change.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have known for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're excited. We're excited about it. I wonder. And maybe we'll do another mock draft. It might be getting too hot. It might be getting too close.
Exactly.
To give away too much. That was fun. I look back 2 months ago, we were drafting.
That's awesome.
I was loving it. So, but we're here. I mean, we're going to talk about best ball today. So I know, Ben, you just signed up recently. You really haven't done best ball. Best ball I did for maybe all of last year in the off season, but the year prior, I don't think I did any, or if I did, it was like, 3 or 4. And then this year, of course, I'm trying to do even more. So I understand it a little bit and I want to kind of go over it with you, but it's you're drafting with 12 players and it's half PPR. So keep that in mind, Ben, if you didn't realize that it is half PPR. So it is half PPR, 12 teams. Otherwise, standard scoring, 4 points for quarterback passes, standard scoring, no defense and no kicker. So you don't have to think about those. You get 18 players, quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. And then every week, so once you draft and you have your team, every week, those starting lineups, the 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, tight end, a flex, and your quarterback, they get optimally put into your starting lineup to count for your points. Right. So if you had, you have 4 wide receivers, so the 3 wide receivers and the flex, but 5 of them had really, really good. They all had over 20 points. You only get count for those 4 that make it into your starting lineup. Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's great. So
most of the time, the points that don't count are the ones that are at 0 or 2 or 3. But there are times where you fill up your starting lineup. You still have players that scored a decent amount of points, but they won't count towards your total points. You already filled up that roster spots.
So it's interesting because that can, let's say you have a really fantastic week. There's going to be somebody with a lot of points who is not being started.
Correct. It's possible. Yeah.
Catch 22, right? Like that's cool.
Yeah. So you'll get that. For our draft that we're doing, we're going to do it in the MMG. Let's see. Let me go to NFL MMG League, and basically that's just a tournament. That's all that means, and it's $5. So we're going to do 20 seconds per pick. So that's another point that I kind of wanted to make for you, Ben. Just keep aware of that. It does get a little quick. So they're going to be about 27,000 people in this. Okay. Just 27 tournament round. So then you have the regular season goes up to week 14, 15, 16, 17 are those advanced playoff rounds. So if you see this round advancement, it says 2 out of 12. So the top 2 in this league of 12 teams make it to the round 1 for playoffs. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then you get a 12 league team with everyone that made it to round 1. And then you have to be first out of 10. Or 10 team league, first out of 10, and then you advance to the second round, and then first out of 5, and then you advance to the final. So that's kind of how it works from 6. I think there's one. I think they're doing a contest this year that has $15 million. Yeah, Best Ball Mania 6 has $15 million in prizes and 672,000 entries.
Oh my Lord.
In the one tournament, and that's the $25. Wow. So we're gonna do this best ball league. We're gonna have to click enter at the same time and really hope to God that we're in the same league.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes 1 by 1, so I mean there should be plenty of space. And then we just have to wait for the start of it, which could take another 30 seconds or a minute at the most. They're filling fast, especially as you get closer to the weekend. They fill pretty quickly. So so that was kind of like a best ball overview.
Yeah.
Underdog specifically, wide receivers get a little bit more valued, but it's your traditional draft. Like you're not going to see anything super different other than half PPR. Sometimes those running backs get a little bit more value when it's half PPR. Opposed to the wide receivers who score a lot more in full PPR. So maybe that's the biggest difference, but nothing crazy. Any questions or anything that you had on the best ball structure?
So first of all, I am typically a pretty fast drafter, especially if I've done my research, right?
Yeah.
And I think the Jersey Crew drafts of recent years have proven that. So I think I shouldn't say I feel confident going in, because then it's going to hit me and be a little tricky. So so I feel pretty good about that. The question I have is, when you say we want to try to get in the same league, do you mean that first, like the season long?
No. So when we click this, so everybody that enters a tournament just gets stacked up. And then once there's 12, the draft starts, and then it starts over. So we just have to be in that one
the same
draft. Yeah, we're going to be in the same league because we're clicking and buying into the MMG Best Ball League. So that's for sure.
Yeah.
But what I meant by that is the same draft. And all it does is go for one. So like literally the only way me and you are not going to be in the same draft is if I sign in first and I'm on 12, and then you get the first one of the next draft. Every other situation, we're going to be together. So we shouldn't have too big of a sweat.
And if that happens, we just go for it, right? Like
no. Well, whoever got it, whoever's in the new one that's filling up, the other person will just have to leave and go back into that. We're not going to have to worry about that. Let's get started. And then 20 seconds. That's the only thing I'll keep in mind. There's a queue, so you can use the queue as you want. And you'll know what your draft. There's a minute, so you have a minute where you know what your draft pick is, and then the draft starts in a minute. So you'll know your pick for a minute. And and it's 26. So just make sure you have options. If you miss your pick for any reason, it goes to your queue first. So even if you put someone like a quarterback that you want to stack, but he goes in the 200s and you miss your pick in the third round, it's going to still take him. Or if there's no queue, it's going to take off the rankings, just whoever's top of the ranking. So you can play with your queue, but just make sure whoever's on the top of your queue, you can drag the guy to the top of your queue to make sure that is the person who gets drafted if you miss your time. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So queue activity is pretty important here.
Yeah, or not. Like I would either use it or don't use it. But if you play in the middle there, sometimes it gets tricky. But yeah, I would use it if you could. Just make sure you stack your queue to make sure you have the players in the right order.
Okay.
All right. And then you just click the player when we get in there, and then it'll say draft, and that's how you do it. You have to click and then draft. There's no one click. You have to do 2.
Okay. Give me 1 second to resituate, and then it's game time.
All right.
I gotta get comfortable.
Do you have a spot that you like this year? Draft spot?
I've just been going with one so much that
Really?
that's what I know the best. So I feel the best about that. So
I was just saying this to the group chat yesterday. You get so many different players. You get a completely different pocket of players when you draft at the end of the draft compared to the beginning of the draft. It's like so noticeable too. I kind of like 7 through 12 this year, honestly.
Really?
Just because I get the first, or I should say the beginning of the second round. And I really think there's a lot of value in the end of the first round and the beginning of the second round. And then it kind of tapers off at the end of the second round. And to get 2 of those players, where number 1, 2, the top 5 is not going to get 2 of those players. So just something I've been thinking about this year with drafting.
Yeah. With the makeup of players, for whatever reason, I think you're right. It is helpful.
All right. So this is the sweat. Let's see if we can do this. So we're going to click, tell me when you're in the league where it says enter.
Standing by.
You good?
I'm good.
All right, let's click it. Enter. And then confirm. Okay, we should be good. Waiting for 7 people. Is yours saying waiting for 7 people or 5, 4?
Waiting for 3 people.
Okay. All right, we're in. So we're just going to hope that this is it, but we should be good.
Now, does this show me my draft order? Oh, no. It's showing us the same thing. I see. Right now, you're first and I'm first. I got it.
Yeah. All right, now it's going to give us our draft pick.
Come on now. 11.
8.
Okay.
8 and 11. Okay.
12, the range you were just talking about.
Yeah. I don't mind this range, to be honest with you. So
I'll take 11. Yeah.
All right. So let me share this screen up on.
My heart is pounding.
All right. So let me get this up here. All right. We're good there. So the screen is good. I'm in 8th spot. Ben is in 11th. BENz Yates. Oh, I like that. BENz Yates. I like that.
A little more formal. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, do you have your screen where you can actually draft from? Are you good there?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Can you play with the players to see, like how you draft them? Like you click them once, and then on the bottom you see the grayed out draft.
Got it. Yep. Okay. And then queue.
And the queue's the same way. When you put them in the queue, they'll either get drafted at the end of 20 seconds if they're first, or you can click them in the queue and click draft as well.
Okay. And quarterbacks are not really at a premium here, right? Like stacking
the top,
is good, but
yeah. So I mean, they're important, obviously. But all right, our first pick. But yeah, so Ben, the top 3 or 4 go pretty quickly around like the 3rd round, but after that, there's a big drop usually.
Okay.
Chase. All right, good luck, B.
Where's it? Yeah, you too. Oh, okay. So we got the draft board up here, so I don't have.
Can you see the draft board?
Oh yeah.
On your computer as well?
Not on my computer, but on yours, on the stream.
So you can, if you want to know how, I can tell you, or you can just use that. It's up to you.
I'll probably just use yours, especially now that we're in it right now.
Okay.
I can't think of anything else.
CeeDee Lamb 3 is what I've been doing a lot. Jahmyr Gibbs, I've been shoving in the top 3 a bunch. I took CeeDee Lamb at number 1 a couple times too. So
wow,
I know it's kind of hurtful too. There's reasons. Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
So I like CMC here if he doesn't go, or Nico Collins.
Really?
I've been staying away from Puka and Amon-Ra.
Okay.
But no particular reason. See, I would have went with him. So
yep.
So then probably go Nico. Yeah. Okay. So starting with a running back or a wide receiver. I like going running back there, but the top 4 go so quickly.
Yeah. Well, in wide receiver, like you were saying, gets a little bit ugly in those later rounds. So
yeah, they do. Yeah, I'll take Nico there. I'm fine with that.
And then 0.5 point PPR, so a pass catching back would be good.
Yeah.
I think I'm going. Is it me?
Yep. 15 seconds.
I like this best ball pick here.
Yeah, right? It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad
idea. So I like your pick because of I don't want to say it because I might do it if it really makes it to me, but
yeah,
there's a pick that goes really well with Ashon Gentry if he doesn't go.
Okay.
But I don't know how high you are on him, but we'll see. We'll see.
Oh man, this is such a quick turnaround too. This is why I like 11. I'm pretty happy about this.
Okay, so you have that's really early for Chase Brown. That's really early. So you have a couple options.
Holy cow! Oh my gosh. 5
seconds. Yep. That's it. That's it.
Is that it?
That was it.
Okay,
that was it.
Yeah.
Perfect start. That is my dream start in best ball with a hyper fragile RB build. So basically, you're going to now. You don't have to pick up an RB for like a long time, to be honest with you.
It was so tempting to go. I know you're on the clock, so I won't. But to go like Brian Thomas or somebody who was exciting from last year, wide receiver wise. But
see, I might have to because these running backs. This is a heavy running back first 2 rounds already.
Yeah.
If he goes, okay, so I'm on route. Wow, I'm on route 16th. That's a great pick. So yeah, so now I have Brian Thomas, which I can do AJ Brown or Ladd, but no, yeah, I'll do Brian Thomas.
I think
so. Yeah, now I'm going the opposite. Now I have to look for some value in the middle rounds for running back, which I don't like to do. But your start is like that's what I like to do. That's perfect right there.
Again, just from what I know about best ball, very very minimally, but like picking 2 guys that can absolutely blow up a scoreboard.
High upside. Very. But then what you have to do too, and it's interesting with best ball, is now you have to complement the high upside with some security, some floor. You don't want a team with just high upside. I mean, of course, that if it hits, it hits. Right. But now you mix in. Now you still want to go with high upside, but you want to mix in some secure floors. Great. And that's the interesting part about best ball is that you can kind of do both of those things.
Yeah.
But I love that start. That is awesome. That is great. So that's why I like that turn, right? Isn't it? Don't you get value at the end of the second round? What are we seeing now? Bucky, Jonathan Taylor, Ladd McConkey. Not bad. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they're not as the same, in my opinion, as Devon A. Chan, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown. Like I don't know. Chase Brown went really, really early. He usually goes around. Cool? 23 or 24 at the end of the first or second round.
Yeah, that's interesting. Where can I see? I mean, I know I have the draft board up here, but
so if you go to the draft where you can select players, you see autopilot, and to the right it has a little grid.
The grid, yeah.
You click the grid and then you maximize the grid right by the X out.
Okay.
And then you can put it wherever you want.
And that's the only way that I can see who's been drafted?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Well, except on the top, if you scroll back and forth on the top, but you don't want to do that.
Oh, it creates a whole. Okay, got it. All right.
This is the first time you're using the interface.
At all. Yeah, I love it. It's like really, it's nice. What did get me there really quickly was I clicked the RB just to go to running backs.
Oh, and then you couldn't get back.
Well, if you click wide receiver, it just adds them.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away the running back. So I was like, oh no. All right, here we go.
Josh Allen went 29th, so that's pretty average. I may have the ability to go Lamar. I haven't really been doing that much. I have someone that I'm interested in here if he doesn't go here.
Yeah, so we're round
3. So he went Lamar. So this is very normal. And then
3?
Daniels will go towards the end of this round.
Okay.
If I had running back, I'd go Worthy here, but I have to go Hampton. I think just
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, he's another one, right? That could really go off and could be high upside.
I like Worthy. I got a lot of Worthy this year. Breece Hall I've been staying away from. Do you care? Like is it
same thing with him? Like I think I'd rather go with a wide receiver at that point.
Right.
All right, so Jaden Daniels is there, which is always tempting.
Oh yeah, he's still there. Yeah.
But I think if we have 3 wide receivers or no.
You start 3 and a flex.
Yeah, so here we go. Oh boy.
Kyren Williams. Oh, I didn't, I don't know if I think I have him low in my rankings. That's why I don't usually get him.
All right. I'm going to go here.
Yeah. I mean, that's smart. That's fine.
Like wide receivers at all.
So now you build up the potential for stack options with Washington too. So now you want to start to think Terry McLaurin.
Although he might not even be on Washington.
I know. Well, they're feuding, but.
And now I don't even look at QB ever again, right?
I mean, you do. You want to pick up 2 or 3, but now because you got one of the elites, now you don't have to worry about it until 15, round 16, maybe a Geno Smith or something like that.
What are we at? What pick are we at here? 38?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going with this.
Okay. Interesting. So you're leaving wide receiver to get. You're going to get more of the mid-range guys, but you're going to be able to stack up because you're not going to need a running back. You're not going to need a onesie. You're going to be okay. All right, I like it.
I had to do that. I just want to take Mike Evans. Like
I know. I agree.
It's
I agree.
fine, and then Rashee Rice with his.
See, I would go Jalen Hurts here in the 4th round. That's something that I've been doing quite a bit, to be honest. I'm going back to Jalen Hurts. Gibbs too. I've been taking quite a bit of Gibbs. Like I feel like my team last year. I'm taking. Okay, good. I'll take Worthy here.
Okay.
Yeah.
For his upside.
Yeah, I think I like it. And then the suspension to Rice just gives me a little bit. Maybe he gets his feet underneath him a little bit more.
Right.
And he connects on a couple more of those long passes. So I like him. I've been a little bit overexposed probably, but I'm just going to keep going. Also because I like to take Mahomes. He goes about 90, 95 or something. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
At that point, why not?
Yeah, what is he?
Especially best ball, where you don't have to choose to start him.
Yeah, he's ranked like what? How many is off the board right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's ranked like 8 or 9 in most like standard rankings. So I'm like, I'm going to take my shots there.
Yeah. Oh, it's a long wait till my next pick. So a lot of these wide receivers are gonna, probably be gone. But okay.
James Cook, did you know anything about him? Something weird, either an injury or a contract thing?
Stuff. Yeah. I'm just not as interested this year, I think.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, so to go back to my point about CD going first, unfortunately I've been pretty heavy on the Cowboys with their offense, with Dak back, with CeeDee Lamb, and then now with Pickens, but also even with Ferg as tight end. I don't know why. The concentration is like very condensed, where it's like, all right, the ball is only going to these three individuals, but at the same time, their offense, and I don't think their team is going to be great, but their offense is going to be high powered in my opinion, if Dak stays healthy. And if that's the case, I'm just taking a bunch of them and hoping that they actually connect. That's kind of
So you were hammering Eagles last year. Now shifts to another NFC East.
Yeah, true. Everyone's good in that league except for or the division except for us. So I got 3 and 2. Also, if you look at your team, Ben, like where you draft the players, you see your team. It says how many quarterback, running back, wide receivers you have. You can always glance at that to see what you have there.
And the color, that helps a lot, actually. That's cool.
Yeah. Jalen Waddle, I've actually done a couple times. I don't like these running backs as much.
Yeah, Waddle's really interesting for best ball, I think. Because you don't want to have to rely on him, but when he has a good game, he's going to help you out.
Yeah, I keep saying this Trayvon Henderson. Do you know anything about him?
Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about him.
He's still I don't know him that well. Yeah, he is.
They just say he's like a much more exciting option for New England.
Yeah, Stevenson is a dud.
Yeah. Oh, I could if he doesn't get taken. No, I need wide receivers.
It's tempting.
Right. So Debo goes, which would have been cool.
See, exactly. Would you have done that? Yeah, that would have been good. All right, 10 seconds.
I have a flex, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the positions. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's not honestly, it's not that bad. It's basically just saying that you're betting that all these wide receivers are not gonna outscore the middle range wide receivers by as much as your running backs are gonna outscore theirs. You know what I mean? Like you're just taking that stance.
Yeah, I don't think they will. 10 seconds. I'll go here.
Ooh, okay. I haven't heard much about training camp at all. Ricky Pearsall, I keep seeing him go earlier and earlier.
Yeah. Because the injuries in San Francisco. There's just so many guys in Chicago, so I get really nervous. But if he goes off, that'll be good. For Odyssey.
I'm gonna go RJ Harvey. Why does it say listed 5th on depth chart?
That's insane. Is it really?
I mean, I hope that's not like what it's going to be heading into the season, but I guess after the first week. All right, so you got Devon Achane, Gentry. That's pretty cool. Genty. How do you say his last name?
Genty. Yeah.
Genty. Jaden Daniels. That's your first pick for the Jersey Crew too.
That's why I said I've
George Kittle. Actually, I like your team. Now you just have to build up the wide receivers over the next quite a bit.
Yeah, which is kind of cool for this format because now I can just take some shots, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, hope they supplement my otherwise like stronger players. What are you working with? Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Omarion Hampton, Xavier Worthy, Jalen Waddle, RJ Harvey.
Yeah, so like
rookies.
Yeah, and wide receiver, I think is good. Running back
Yeah.
is decent. So like this is what I would look at. So now like you look at yours and you're like, all right, running back is solid. Wide receiver, I need to start tapping. And I look at mine and say, all right, wide receivers tap. So then you can actually change the structure of what you're going to do. So like now you don't have to you might take 4 running backs or 5 at the most. But you can stop at 4. Where now you're going to just start loading up on wide receiver. If I have a wide receiver room of this strength right now, I could be like, well, I might not go 8 or 9 wide receivers. I may be able to settle with just a couple more and then go running back heavy. So you can kind of, take the draft, take it as the draft gives it to you. And I think that's kind of where we're at. It just happens to be the opposite direction.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Nico Collins and Brian Thomas off the bat is pretty amazing. That's
not bad at all.
Yeah.
I worry a little bit about Brian Thomas and the offense there.
Just because, but if Mac Jones could do it, there's hope.
Yeah.
But does Travis Hunter come in and make things a little bit more muddy with who's getting targets and could be interesting. Back on the clock here.
It's a little early, but I feel like 80.
So you're looking at you don't have a QB or a tight end.
Yeah. So I might honestly go Pat Mahomes.
Nice. And that's great because then you get that stack.
Yeah. I don't love Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, Sam Laporta. How do you feel about Sam Laporta this year with the tight end group?
So he's a good example of what I mean. I've got him on my no list. I had him last year. He let me down a little bit, but I'm kind of excited about this pick. I'm going to go here.
Oh, really?
Could be really interesting.
I don't know that one. Josh Downs?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was Q talking about yesterday? Josh Palmer on Bills now? He said it was going to be a little sneaky pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and it's back to me. Oh, man, that's rough.
I know. You see Mooney down there?
Oh, man, dude. I'm going to...
3 seconds.
What happened?
Chris Godwin?
That's terrible.
Was it a missed pick?
I just got so over... wide receivers were rough there. I trusted.
It's not that bad, other than what is he? He's got like a injury or something.
Yeah, he's just not attractive to me. But
I guess I have to go Aaron Jones because I need a running back. Jordan Mason, Jalen Warren. Yeah, I'll just go Aaron Jones. I feel like how many more years does this guy have? And I'm like, I feel like he's running out of gas, but that's fine.
Yeah, but he could be a good option for somebody who has like a decent floor, especially if you need some consistency at running back.
Yeah, true. I've heard a lot of good things about Kittle this year in the tight end position. You have like 3 high-end tight ends, and then after that it just drops off a lot.
Yeah.
Now I see you went with Rome Odunze. Do you think Chicago can turn it around, or is that just a bet on his talent and maybe he just does well himself?
I mean, the way they hyped him up last year, maybe I'm relying too much on that, but they compared him to like DK Metcalf, right? And just said he's that style of player. And so I'm hoping he can emerge even with, it's just so crowded. There's so many wide receivers there. But maybe like I'll shoot for Caleb later in these rounds.
Right, that's what I'm looking. Yeah.
See if that works out some weeks.
So this is where you start like seeing where I went with Mahomes. Then after that, you have Murray, Baker, Dak, May. Like you start to see this middle, and then in the 9th round, 8th round of quarterbacks, and that's why a lot of people just wait until then too. Like a lot of these teams, these are their first string quarterbacks. I mean, it's and you get a lot of skill players.
Yep,
it's not a bad strategy.
And then you might take another one pretty soon after that, right? Just to have.
I mean, I know I am if it gets to me.
So you took Mahomes, right? And you're looking at a quarterback on this next pick?
Possibly, and more so because of the running style. I mean, I've been pretty high on Justin Fields this year.
Oh yeah.
And if you can get him at 100, he doesn't have to do that much.
No.
And I already have Patrick Mahomes, so it's like I'm basically, instead of going elite quarterback, I'm just tag teaming 2 mid quarterbacks. You know what I mean? One on the ground, one just overall. I think Mahomes is obviously very good. He just had a down year last year, and I think people are counting that a little too much against him. That's just my take.
Okay. Yeah, so I am gonna just go Caleb here. Just get another guy back there in case Daniels comes back to earth a little bit.
Right. And you're stacking him with a Doomsday.
Okay, would this be crazy? Perfect. I have 20 seconds. Would this be crazy to take another Chicago wide receiver?
Not in best ball. No.
All right, so I'm going to go with Burden.
As long as you believe in the team. Yeah, you have to draft as if you're right. So basically you're saying Chicago is going to go off. This is going to be Caleb's best season. He's going to bring along Luther and a Doomsday. Like that is possible, and that you just have to draft as if you're right.
Okay, cool. I like it. And this is the first one. Now that I'm doing this, I want to do more.
There's a bunch, man. There's like $3 tournaments, $2, $5. It's really not bad.
Wow.
Rashid Shaheed. I worry about the offense here, but
that's scary.
I know.
But he might be the one.
Who's the other one? Olave too. Like I want to click Olave. I'm like, he's a good wide receiver, but like, what is he dealing with? What is he doing?
Right.
Maybe if I had stackable options here, I would go with like Rashad Bateman if I had what's his name?
Jackson.
Lamar. Charbonnet. He's still splitting that backfield with
Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
Well, he's injured again, Kenneth Walker. So he was awesome a couple weeks last year, but you can't trust him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I got 2 running quarterbacks, Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. And then I'm not going to draft Chicago the way I'm drafting them right now anywhere else.
Right, and that's the point. And that's why like best ball is more of like a portfolio build where you're drafting in this draft, but you're really drafting to be different than your other drafts. Or some of it be the same. So you want to be overexposed to certain players, you're going to continue to draft them over and over again. Right. But everything else is kind of like you're moving in and out. Like you're trying this. You're going to go wide receiver heavy, or you're going to go Chicago heavy. You're going to go Dallas. Like you're going to create different stacks and different options in every single one of your drafts.
Yeah, and it's cool too because especially if I'm drafting 1 in Jersey Crew and 4 in my camp league. I'm not going to get any of these guys that I got in the first round, second round with Achan and.
So, no, I know it stinks for me neither. Unless I go with them in 3rd,
I mean, crazier things have happened. I took whatever his name was from Kansas City.
Clyde's Edward-Helaire.
Yeah, dude, that really
worked. You can never forget. Never live that one down. Oh, that's me. I could go Dallas Goedert, Dalton Kincaid.
Wow, still several good quarterbacks left. Stroud, Herbert. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to start to see that. Yep. And then people that normally with like an elite quarterback and Caleb, like you have an option to take one more at the end or not. Yeah.
Because there's really good ones left.
You could do it. 3 quarterback builds are not negative EV. They're just, it depends. It depends.
All right. Running back is looking ugly. I've got 10 seconds. I think I'm going here.
Okay. Yeah.
see if he can get productive again. And then, I should have went here. Don't take him. Marvin Mims is really exciting here.
Oh, interesting. I haven't gotten a lot of him at all.
No. Okay.
Kyle Williams, I keep hearing about too. I'm like, who are these people from New England? Okay. Wow, he just double clicked quarterback. So he waited all the way until the 11th round and then double clicked.
And look who he got.
Yeah, not bad, but I it's a tough strategy.
Okay.
Where you went a little early with the elite quarterback and then Caleb. I don't mind that. Keenan Allen,
who just signed, right?
Yeah, I'll take him.
But it's a team that he knows, and that's kind of cool.
I was tempted with Hollywood Brown, but
with Mahomes and
All right, let's see. Let me see if I can share this for teams right now. Okay. So my team, let's see if I can do this. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields, Omarion Hampton, RJ Harvey, Aaron Jones, Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Worthy, Waddle, Shaheed, Allen. I like the wide receiver room there.
Yeah.
And Goddard to round it out. So not bad. Projected 2,300. And then BENz, we got Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Oh, it just keeps going back to mine. Here, read yours off. I can't see yours.
So I got Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams at quarterback. At running back, I've got Ashton Genty, Devon Achane, Travion Henderson. Wide receiver. So I may need to build that up a little bit more as we go. But wide receiver, I've got Rome Odunze, Josh Downs, Chris Godwin, Luther Burden, and Marvin Mims. Really excited about Marvin Mims, and I can't believe he got all the way to me there, especially with Bo Nix. And then
look at his average draft pick. What was it?
128. And where did I take him? 134. So
nice
value.
Great,
great
value.
And then George Kittle and Dalton Kincaid at tight end. George Kittle is, like you said in the beginning, that person I can rely on. Dalton Kincaid is like, we saw him do it as a rookie, and then he fell off as a sophomore. Can he jump forward as a third year? Could be pretty good on those weeks where maybe Kittle's injured or something, because that is the risk with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tootin'.
I've heard some good things.
I know. So am I stacking him up with anybody? Yeah, Brian Thomas. So it's like a skinny stack. It's a wide receiver, running back. I mean, do they have a lot of correlation? Probably not. But let's just say they turn it around. Like I know, I know you're fading Jacksonville this year, but what if it is the year? Like fifth time's the charm.
So Bryce Young's out there. Again, running back's pretty ugly. I think I could probably just wait a little bit longer. Hollywood Brown's still there. I'm going to take Leggett. Yeah,
you got to stick up that wide receiver room. So you're at 2, 3, 6, 2. So that's actually a really good build. Quarterback and tight end, you can go 2 or 3, but wide receiver and running back should be like, anywhere from like 5 to 8.
I'm going to go with, I think there's a decent chance that Hollywood Brown could be pretty.
Yeah. I wonder, and I know he's like hurt now or something, but
there's at least a chance with like all that's going on in the Kansas City wide receiver room.
That's true. I'll actually go Rashad White here. Yeah. Where do I want a wide receiver? No. I'll take Rashad White.
PPR. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, so we're on round 14. We both have 4 picks left.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
I'm at a 2.561, and I think what do we say you were at?
2.372.
Okay, yeah, that's balanced build. That's actually really balanced. Now you want to start to think about some running backs towards the end, but you didn't have to because of how well you started. And then you even picked up Travion Henderson, so like you can just kind of finish maybe a couple of these random ones. But again, you're starting 2 with the flex. That third, fourth, fifth running back may not even contribute some of the weeks
with how good they are.
The first couple.
Mine
Yeah,
personally.
exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty big on Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt.
No way.
No, I've never.
I
seen
don't know who that is.
before. Washington. I have no idea. I would love. I don't think this is possible, but Austin Eckler is an interesting person this late. If he happens to fall, he's right at the top right now, so I don't think he will. But
yeah, I'm getting a lot of him late too. I mean, what's his competition? Brian Robinson Jr.?
Yep, and then and that's it.
Yeah,
and he's always good, but
we saw him play live.
Yeah, he was great.
There's your guy, Ja'Cory.
Oh, he got taken? What the heck?
Yeah, 173.
Are there player notes? Or not really?
If you click, there's some Austin Eckler just right before me too. Sure. If you click, there's like a little note, but it's just based on the news.
Oh, just a tiny participating. I see. Yeah. I feel like all the sites have the same. Nice. I like that pick a lot.
Yeah, I don't love the 3 running backs in a row, but there's like just no wide receivers right now.
Yeah, no, I like that. All right, so I'm definitely going running back here. Would you say 2 tight ends is enough? Like, do I want to pad that a little bit?
You want to look to see if they have the same bye?
They do not.
So yeah, you could probably keep it at 2. I wouldn't worry about a third with having Kittle.
I'm gonna go
1 second. Oh no. Oh, nice.
Right, like I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of him at all, Jalen, right?
And I'm just gonna. I like this. I like Likely. So it's almost more because I like the player. Is the flex? Is it super flex or is it tight end?
Normal flex. Yeah, tight end too. Yep.
So I'll put him in there in case he takes over from Mark Andrews, and then again, Kittle with his injury history.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, but they have this Kincaid and Likely have the same bye. Oh well. 10 seconds for you. Nice. With all their stuff going on, with Judkins being out, and
yeah, exactly.
Ford is a good pick there at 185th.
Yeah, I know. So these last 2 are going to be some shakier wide receivers. So that will leave me with I need a tight end actually. Whoops.
Do you have none?
No, I have Goddard, but I forgot to grab a second one. I could have done that. I keep hearing about this Seattle tight end too, Elijah Aurora.
Yeah. With if Darnold's any good.
Yeah, they don't have the greatest offense, but like he's battling for that position.
So I'm at a 2.473 now, and then you're at what?
Yeah, I like yours a lot better. 2.761. So this is the first. I think literally I've drafted 48 drafts. I've never had more running backs than I do wide receivers. Now it won't finish that way,
right?
But I think just because of the way I started on wide receiver, I got a little running back happy in the middle rounds. But usually you want maybe 5 or 6 running backs, and then the rest wide receivers, like 8, maybe sometimes even 9, depending on how many tight ends you have. So it's usually the reverse, but that was just seemed to be a lot of value in running backs during that part of the draft.
Yeah.
And it's probably because I started differently too. Would I go two wide receivers off the bat? Yeah. Let's do. I mean, I don't have a choice. I gotta go with something here. Dalton Schultz or something. Yeah. Usually I have a second tight end by now. I think the good idea is to get like that second tight end where you had him. Like who was that? Your second tight end?
Kincaid.
Yeah, like that's like where you want to like get your second tight end, not at 200. Because they are going to participate in some of the points, like tight ends are so random and everything. So it's like if you only have two, now one of the other are going to have to produce.
It is ugly out here.
Yeah, it's so funny. And DraftKings does best ball as well, and they go 20 rounds. So there's 2 more rounds.
I guess.
Bless you.
Thank you. I went Hopkins. I don't
even know he was on Baltimore.
And then for my last pick, right?
Yep.
Should I just let the computer take it? No, I'm kidding. Dude, this is crazy. I actually, Calvin Austin is not a horrible pick that late. That's cool.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good pick.
We started him several games in.
We did. We literally did. I'm at like Noah Brown, Tutu Atwell, Parker Washington, like one of these guys I'll grab.
Kyle. Wow, this is cool. I'm feeling really good for a first timer.
What was your projected points?
Oh, is that points? 2,807.
Wow, mine was 2,879.
Oh, wow.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very close. All right, so we'll finish this up. Let's show our teams. Let me see if I can show our team real quick. So let me get out of this. We're both done for the draft. Okay, good. All right, so let's share these teams. Let me get these up on the screen here. Let me see. I think once the draft is over. All right, I'll show mine first. Okay, so it's on the side here. It's a little bit smaller, but let me see if I can zoom in a little. Okay. So Patrick Mahomes and Justin Fields, I don't mind that quarterback room. That's when I usually stop with 2. Something like that where I have enough upside into Justin Fields, but I have enough floor with Patrick Mahomes. Like I probably don't need a third there. Sometimes you can go 3 running back room, but I stopped with 2 there. Running backs, Marion Hampton, RJ Harvey, Aaron Jones, like my top 3 there are just not strong. Like this is why I enjoy starting the draft. Let me see if this is better over here. Starting the draft with a running back, like 100%. No, it doesn't look better. So that's why, because I get to this point and I'm like, you know what, I don't like my running back room, and it's because immediately I go to like, all right, who do I start with? 2 wide receivers. So I like a little bit better of a build with running backs early. Bashal Tootin, Rashad White, Roshan Johnson, Jerome Ford. So just a ton of late round running backs. I don't know. It's scrappy there. Wide receiver, Nico Collins, Brian Thomas, Xavier Worthy, Jalen Waddle. Like that's a strong group. Top 4. I really like that. Rashid Shaheed just for some upside. Keenan Allen, possibly some floor if he just plays his role like normal. And then Tutu Atwell. And then Dallas Goedert and Dalton Schultz. This is way too late for a second pick for a tight end. I would like that a little bit earlier, kind of where you took Kincaid in that range for a second tight end. Dalton Schultz as a third, maybe not as bad, but for a second is not great. So decent, not terrible, not in love with it, but not bad. You went with Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. How do you like that quarterback room?
That's great. I mean, I was almost tempted to take a third, but as I'm looking back at it now and listening to what you're saying, I feel really good about that. Jaden Daniels is on another level, right? Like Caleb Williams is not. When I say that they're similar, he's not actually similar in that way, but he, I think, has the potential to be a similar running and high octane type of offense player. So
yeah, I agree.
I feel pretty good about those.
Yeah, I like it too, because it's like, all right, how many times, like if you have Jaden Daniels starting and he's scoring all the points he did last year, how many times are you going to need the third quarterback's points? Right. You're not, right? You know, like, so why draft almost a 0? Because you're not going to need him. If Jaden Daniels doesn't have a good game, maybe Caleb Williams will have a good game. But that third quarterback, that's kind of where it draws the line. Now, if you had Caleb Williams as your starter and like two other decent or below average quarterbacks, then you want to kind of stack them up to say, all right, one of these guys are going to hit every game,
Yeah.
but Jaden Daniels is going to carry the team most of the time. So I liked how you stopped at 2 too.
Yeah.
Ashton Genty, Devon Achan, Trayvon Henderson, and Jalen Wright. So you stuck with 4. So you stayed with 4. Let me just see the bye weeks on these. 8, 12, 14. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. So how do you like your running back room with the 4 that you stuck with?
Yeah, maybe I would have wanted to add one more a little bit earlier, right? Not as the rounds got later when I was taking some of those wide receivers. So, for instance, like when I took Chris Godwin and the computer auto picked because I ran out of time, that might have been, where was that pick, 86? Yeah, maybe just
Yeah.
a good time to take one more pretty strong running back. I
Yeah.
end up getting Jalen Wright, who's pretty interesting because let's say HN again, he goes down or he has a bad game because Jalen Wright then takes over because they're getting killed or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of like that as a little bit of a trade-off there. So because of the strength of the top 2, potentially
Right.
top 3, Travion
Yeah.
Henderson taking over the role and everything,
Yep.
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind. I mean, maybe one more, but yeah, that's a really good running back room with the top 3 there. For wide receivers, you took 9 wide receivers for Rome, Josh Downs, Chris Godwin, Luther Burden. So you got a stack there with Chicago, Marvin Mims, Xavier Legette, Hollywood Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, and Calvin Austin. So how do you like your wide receivers there?
I'm pretty excited about them considering so we had like an opposite draft, right? So considering I waited on them pretty long to take my first one, I think I don't have a lot of floor like we were talking about.
Right.
Like you look at that list and you go, who the heck is the floor there? Really nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully Roma Dunze, hopefully Josh Downs can be that guy for Indianapolis. And then just a couple of question marks. But like we joked about, like Calvin Austin was on our starting
Right.
lineup for other leagues because he was having those boom weeks.
Right. Right.
So it's like maybe he does help me out in that way. Maybe Hollywood Brown returns to form a little bit. Maybe Legette as Carolina gets a little bit more settled is pretty good. And I think I feel a lot better because the centerpiece a little bit is Marvin Mims, who could
Yeah.
be a pretty consistent is what I'm hearing is pretty consistent fixture in that offense.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. I like this. I like this room right here. Very good on the wide receivers. I thought that was pretty smart there. I was going to say one other thing. What we were just talking about the ceilings. So basically that's where you get these top 4 and then Marvin Mims, and maybe then you start to think about, I don't know where he's being drafted, but like the Michael Pittmans or
Yeah.
the Christian Kirks, like the guys are
Yep,
not going
yep.
to go crazy, but they're going to provide that floor because you went with your first couple options with high ceiling.
Yeah.
And same thing with running back. And obviously this is your first draft you're ever doing. And even myself, like I didn't do exactly as I wanted to. And that happens when you're drafting so many times. But the idea is that, hey, if you start with high ceilings or high upside, you want to mix in some of the balance of low or high floors as well.
Right.
And I thought that was an interesting piece. And then your tight ends, you went with 3: George Kittle, Kincaid, and Likely. So not bad at all. I mean, you're probably getting the most points out of Kittle, but then you supplement some of those weeks with Kincaid and Likely. Even with them having the same bye week, that's actually not that bad of a thing because you have Kittle playing that same week that they're on bye. So how do you like the tight ends that you got?
I feel pretty good about that. I obviously Kittle, right? That's a shoe-in to feel good about. Kincaid is pretty much like a, hey, if this works out, great. Likely, I like as a flex almost more, right? Maybe because, for instance, like the first week of the season last year, remember when Likely had 2 touchdowns and 80 yards?
I
or
remember,
whatever, a bunch of catches and who would have thought, like, and it happened, and so maybe that happens a couple times, and I feel pretty good about that.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. It may be like first time ignorance is bliss, but I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I
that
like it
lineup.
too. Nice. Anything different that you saw in the draft that you weren't expecting? I think the only thing I can think of was that Chase Brown pick was like super early, in my opinion. But anything that you saw that was like, oh, this was I wasn't expecting this.
That was really early and probably the only thing. I'm trying to look here. Nico Collins, to me, for your pick with him there is a little bit early.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna pay off just fine. Especially if Stroud.
Right. That's exactly that's what I was gonna say.
We
don't know.
Yeah. But the Chase Brown super early. The Amon-Ra St. Brown is late. So he
Yeah,
went
very late. So I mean,
16th,
I could
right?
have went with him 9 too. Apparently, I haven't done a lot of neighbors at all. Drake London a little bit here and there, but yeah, Amon Ra was a huge value pick at number 16. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was really cool to see, based on how everything else went. And then I think the last thing I would say is the Trey McBride in the. I'm glad that he went mid third round and that it wasn't like a Brock Bowers, Trey McBride second round, first round
Yeah.
type of thing that we used to have with Gronkowski and Kelsey and
You
stuff.
see it a little bit. They go both in the second round sometimes, but
Right.
not much. Josh Allen and Lamar, that's exactly where they go on average. Sometimes Josh Allen goes at the 2-3 turn.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You can see number one, he went with Chase, Higgins, and then he did the Joe Burrow stack with that. So while that sounds attractive, it's also very common. Like everyone getting Chase has the ability to get Higgins on the 2-3 turn, and then they're
Yeah.
going to have the ability to get Joe Burrow on, in the 6th round or 7th round. So like that's, although it's like not bad, I think it's very common. So when you're with 27,000 other entries, a lot of them are going to have that same combination.
Oh, it's interesting, right? Because within the league, you're going to have different teams.
Well, within like this draft, they may win that first draft. But what I mean is when they get to the playoffs and they get with all the other teams that won, if Cincinnati went off and that combination hits, that's great. They're going to hit, but everyone else will. So it won't separate them from the domination if that team Cincinnati goes off.
Okay. Yeah. Now you wouldn't pass it up, right? But you're just saying
probably
that
not.
the potential downside is it's common. Okay.
Yep. Rashee Rice, I mean, that's a pick that's a little late. I've been seeing him go later and later because of his suspension talk, but and they haven't given him a game suspension yet, did they?
I don't think so. I think Addison is 3 games, and that's for sure. I don't think Rice is official.
Well, very interesting. That was awesome. That was good. Let me see.
Get
back to just us. Yeah, that was nice. How was the timing? How was the 20 seconds? Did it feel rushed for you?
20 seconds. Yeah, it was fast. It was very fast because it turns into 15 in just 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then it's 10. It's crazy. It flew by. And a couple times I didn't totally know, and it would be 3 seconds left, and I was, but I think it's a really cool element of the game structure, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And I know it's not everyone, right? Some are much longer.
You can do slow drafts. Yeah, those are 8-hour, and those take weeks to finish. So it depends on how you want. They're in the same tournament though. They're in the same leagues and stuff like that. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. That was good. I'm glad you got to experience that. I wanted to do that with you.
Yeah.
Feel free to do your own. If you really want to. Like they're fun to do because it gives you draft experience at a low cost, but you're also still you're investing into something. The mock drafts for me are tough. Like you can mock them, but it's like, what am I really getting out of that? You know what I mean? Like you have the ability, but you can win first place for $30,000. Do you want to do that?
I would love to. Yeah. And that's actually a really great point. Now I have $10 left because I had to put in a certain amount and they matched it. So why not do, instead of mock drafting? That's great. It's a little bit dangerous that you just said that, but it's like, let me mock draft technically and have a chance at winning, because on Sleeper, I have a couple of mock drafts that I love that I'm like, oh, that's a team that I would love to have.
Yeah. Are they always Jersey? Are you doing the Jersey Crew?
Yeah.
Format?
Settings. Yeah.
And are you do you have it like scheduled what you're getting in the second and third turn as well?
It's been pretty consistent. Yeah.
And you've been able to get those?
Yeah. And I have my options.
You don't want people to know. But yeah, more to come for Jersey Crew. We're about a month away, less for the draft. It does look like it won't be on or a live draft, but it will be online. Maybe we'll do something like this where we can all stream together, try to get as many people on. Have to think about if we do the same, top 3 picks are released beforehand or not. Like, how do we do that? It would be you, Kyle, and me. So maybe that would be fun if I can get a hold of them and do that again. So more to come on the Jersey Crew. We'll have our first podcast probably like the last week prior to the draft. We have one prior to the draft, and then the draft one where we go over the draft. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, and it's because we draft so close to opening night, we do kind of a post-draft / week 1. But we have always done a pre-draft as well to do the new settings, any new scoring settings or anything like that. Some additions. But this year has been different because we've done now 2 live streams before our first episode. So
Right.
we've teased a little bit here and there.
You know what I'm thinking is the pre one prior to the draft one. That's when we released the top 3 picks.
Right.
So our first podcast of the year will be the one that we're going to talk about the top 3 picks if we do that. But yeah, that's right. And then the second one is the review of that draft plus week 1. We're talking about it already. It's going to be here in no time. It's going to be fun. Have fun. Yeah, definitely use this mock draft. I think we're going to do maybe like one more thing. We'll try to figure out one more thing before the beginning of the year. Try to get other people involved, see if other people want to get involved and either come stream or jump on the podcast. But it's going to be big. I'm excited for that. And then I'm excited just for football in general and getting there and doing the drafts. What do you got? 4 drafts this year for redraft?
For redraft 4, I've already got 1 best ball now as well, and they're 4 very much like focused leagues, which feels really good because we have whittled down our co-managed leagues, and we've got a good one there with seems like some pretty good managers on that in that league.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel very good about each league, and then you're at.
I'm gonna do like 5 or 6. That's my idea. So it'll be Jersey Crew plus 5 other ones, or maybe 4 other ones. So keeping it smaller, but making sure they're a little bit more higher stakes, spending the same amount, but just managing less teams. I think it'll be nicer. So but awesome. Anything else that you want to go over or talk about before we get off stream?
No, that was thrilling. Thanks for that idea. That was great.
Yeah, that was great.
We did a mock draft last time, which was cool, but then we were kind of saying before, as we get closer, it's tougher to mock draft, and it not. So this was a great way to try it out in a different format. And it's just this game is endlessly giving. This game of fantasy football. It just will never stop being so amazing. And like you said, actual football is coming. Not that far away. We got some preseason football. So I'm
4 straight days too, just for you. So each day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's preseason games on all those days.
I did not know that. That's great.
Yeah, just kind of random sprinkled in here and there. It looks like mostly evening stuff, but we'll see our first football on the ground. And then we got a couple streams up, and maybe we'll do one more before the year. And good luck with your prep and good luck with everything that you got going on. And I'm sure we'll touch base one more time before the season starts.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
All right, man. See you guys later.